Section 24 covers a few of the many functions in the Wolfram language for making plots of data. Starting with the ListLinePlot function, here is a line plot of some data. If the first argument in ListLinePlot is a list of data sets, then the plot shows a separate line for each data set. This input, for example, adds a second data set to the input, which results in a second line in the plot. The ListLinePlot function automatically chooses different default styles for each line. Styles other than the default styles can be specified using the plot style option. This input, for example, uses the plot style option to specify that the first data set should be shown as a red line and the second data set should be shown as a dotted line. Another popular option of the ListLinePlot function is the mesh option, which adds dots to mark the data points. The Mesh Style option can be added to specify the style that is used to draw the dots. This uses the Mesh Style option to specify that the data points should be shown as red dots. Another common type of plot is a histogram. This input generates some sample data. This sample data is a list of the lengths of the first 200 words in the result from word list. Enclosing that input in histogram gives a histogram of the numbers in that list. Removing the take function from that input makes a histogram of the lengths of all of the words in the result from word list. The heights of the bars in these histograms give the number of words with each length. A histogram is a convenient way of showing the distribution of numbers in a list. Some data can best be visualized in 3 dimensions. For example, this input uses the GeoElevationData function to generate an array of height values around Mount Everest, and then applies the ListPlot3D function to that array to show the array of height values as a surface in 3 dimensions. The lines on the surface in that plot are a part of a mesh of lines that is controlled by the Mesh option of ListPlot3D. This shows the plot with the Mesh option set to none, which draws the plot without the mesh. Another common way of displaying an array of values like this is with a contour plot, which is effectively a plot of the data from above with contour lines at evenly spaced values. This uses the ListCountourPlot function to make a contour plot of that same array of height data. Another common way of displaying geographical data is with a relief plot. This uses the ReliefPlot function to make a relief plot of elevation data for 100 miles around Mount Everest. A relief plot is similar to a contour plot, except that a relief plot uses colors rather than contours to indicate height. Relief plots can be especially useful when dealing with large amounts of data. That's the end of the examples for this section. To summarize, here is the programming vocabulary from this section. The examples included using the ListLinePlot function to plot more than one data set, using the histogram function, using the ListPlot3D, ListCountourPlot, and ReliefPlot functions for making plots of 3D data such as geographical elevation data, using the GeoElevationData function to get geographical elevation data, and examples showing a few of the many options of these functions. You can find more information about these and other functions for data visualization by opening the Wolfram Language and System Documentation Center, clicking on the Visualization and Graphics button, and selecting Data Visualization from the menu that pops up, which brings up this page, which includes links to all of the plotting functions from this section. Here are the exercises from the end of this section. As an example, consider exercise 24.10. Make a list of histograms of 10,000 instances of totals of n random reals up to 100 with n going from 1 to 5, illustrating the central limit theorem. One way to get started is to generate one suitable list of random reals. This uses the random reel function to get a list of 5 random reals up to 100. And this gives the total of a list of 5 random reals. The exercise calls for 10,000 instances of totals like this for 10,000 separate lists of 5 random reals. But to keep the display more manageable, this gives 100 totals rather than 10,000 totals of 5 random reals. Using that input as the argument of histogram makes a histogram of the resulting list of totals. Now change the number of totals from 100 to 10,000. Finally, instead of one histogram, the exercise asks for a list of histograms for totals of not just 5 random reals, but n random reals for n going from 1 to 5. This can be done by enclosing that input in table, replacing the 5 with n, and specifying that n should go from 1 to 5. As noted in the exercise, the display illustrates the basic idea of an important theorem called the central limit theorem, which says that this histogram gets closer and closer to a bell curve or normal distribution as the number of random reals in the sum gets larger.